TheOz91.
Hello, world. You're once again listening to the Oz91. And today, I'm gonna talk about hating Justin Bieber. Yes, the teeny bopper who's gonna turn 17 on March the 1st, 2011, and seemed to grab the attention of the world with his quote unquote music. Well, truth be told, I don't like Justin Bieber. Rather, I hate him passionately. Before you go on any further, I want to explain why I don't like Justin Bieber. And remember, this is valid criticism. And don't be childish when I say the following things. I don't think Justin Bieber deserves his fame. He got famous off YouTube. He got signed in by Usher, an Atlanta-based rapper, and he got millions of dollars selling his albums. Well, if he can get in, then what about the other hundreds to thousands of other talented musicians out there who don't get signed? Or even actors for that matter. Why didn't they get signed? I believe there are more people out there who deserves fame and exposure like Justin than Justin, pretty much. Second of all, his voice is generic. I mean, if I compare like other teen musicians, he sounds pretty much the same like those other people. And also the next point is he don't have anything new to contribute to the genre as a whole. Lady Gaga, yes, she did things. She totally changed the perception of pop music as we know it, as well as other more talented pop artists. Even though now pop artists is more overrated and mainstream music nowadays are not as great as, let's say, the late 90s, early 90s, or even the late 80s, pretty much. Because he has nothing to contribute. He, as I said, his voice is generic. Also, they are selling his image rather than his music itself. Take a look at Justin Bieber. What do you feel? He looks like the kind of guy who you want to pinch his cheeks. If you get what I mean. I mean, he is the pinnacle of the definition of cute, which is why girls love him. Girls like two groups of males. One is the masculine ones, and the other is the cute ones. And I rather put the former as a 25-year-old bodybuilder, and the latter be a 5-year-old. And I'm not sure why Justin falls on the latter category, because he is a teenager. He got signed on at 15, started recording music, and became more famous by his 16th birthday, on and on and on. And yeah, it's his image and Justin Bieber. If you analyze that name, it rings. It sounds different. It's like Justin Timberlake in an entirely new way. And of course, because of his image, the name needs to fit. Justin Bieber, and you immediately know its face. What if it's a name like a Chinese name like Chan Chun Fat? It won't have that much impact because a lot of people totally hate Chinese and Chinese names as a whole, and it's sometimes annoying to even like say it for some people. And also, Justin Bieber's image and his style of music, I won't say his even that, is politically correct in definition. That's why a lot of parents actually approved him being famous, because he is not dangerous. He doesn't say anything politically charged or anything rebellious, rather than like rock musicians who say things about life and want to and challenge and question things that surround him, so on and so forth. And lastly, he doesn't need a documentary about his fame. At least not now. If it's like 5 years from now, 2015, I won't be surprised he made a documentary about his fame for the last, 5 years, maybe. And that's all. That's why I don't like Justin Bieber. Not that much. Actually, I don't like him at all, pretty much. And then when you say those things to a Belieber fangirl, or in my case, there are some fanboys, teenage guys, ironically, who defend him. And their first, and I think the most overrated and overused response is, you're just jealous because of this, and that. I mean, and then the most intelligent retort that a hater would give them back is, what is there to be jealous about? I mean, I'm giving valid criticism. I don't like him being plastered all over the place and totally misrepresent the male population, the male persona and such. He is a kid. He is a guy, but it's now he's old enough to be a man in some respects. I won't even call Justin Bieber a man now. He doesn't qualify as a man. Even my friends, as in people I know from high school who are in 10th or 11th grade, I consider as more manly than Justin will ever be. I mean, he looks so much like a 12-year-old, to be honest. And if you watch some of his earlier videos, when his covers, before he gets signed, when he was actually 12 years old, he actually looked 8. I know a lot of people actually look younger than they are, but that doesn't mean you need to actually act like someone you're not. Alright, I forgot to mention something, which is, I don't like Justin Bieber because he's not being himself. If you analyze a lot of his videos, you see like stuff. He's being a poser. I mean, I don't like posers being away from their original culture or pretty much race. Race equals culture. So if I'm gonna be posed as an African person for now and act like them, I will be chastised pretty much. Or even if I act like a Chinese right now, I'll be chastised. I don't know about being white, but I'll be chastised for that too. Because I'm not all of those things. I'm actually Malay. And I'm proud of my heritage, culture, and everything about my culture. It's just awesome to me because I know it best. And I don't want to be assimilated into another culture completely, at least not without leaving traces of my original self behind. And that's what Bieber's doing. He may be white now, but he's acting like a gangster. I don't like that. And more on the Belieber responses, and they seem to not be able to give any intelligent retort when we fight back. And even if it sounds intelligent, it will pertain to money and fame. It's like, oh, if people hate you, would you give up your fame and your money and your girlfriends? I was like, oh my God, please. I was like, I don't want to argue about this anymore, pretty much, because it's gonna go on, and it's gonna be pointless. I mean, I have all the intelligent retorts, and they don't. And it's like, it always goes back to, you're just jealous. And genuine criticism about Justin Bieber is often dismissed, saying that, oh, they're just jealous. Come on, he's like 15, 16, 17, whatever his age is. Don't pick on him. I was like, I can pick on anybody I want. I even pick on, who's the others? I pick on various artists and actors as well, to say, oh, they suck or something. If I see an actor who became famous because he sucks, then I'll give a genuine retort. If it's like not a so well-known actor, I try to know him or her better, which I did with Justin. And when I analyzed Justin a little further, JB a little further, and I realized that I actually hate this guy, pretty much. And also, believers cannot accept the fact that haters will hate, and it is their right, within our rights, to criticize him any way we want. Maybe not wishing death, which is pretty extreme, and hoping death is different. Hoping that he dies early is different. Well, actually, I won't do that because anyone will die eventually. And also, one more thing about JB. I won't worry too much about taking him down because he's not going to be that famous like now in 2 to 3 years when he goes to college. I'm in college right now, and college life sucks when it comes to free time. You need to study so much, you need to pour over your books in order to get an A. Otherwise, if you do it like high school, or do homework, attend lectures, and then do nothing in your spare time, then, alright, at best, B minus or C plus. I'm telling you from experience. And finally, I'm going to introduce you to my real feelings about Justin Bieber. As a person and most honest feeling about him, that I don't hate him that much, actually. Yes, I contradicted myself, but I still hate him. I still hate the persona of him being famous, not really the person itself. That would be stupid. Actually, it's not his singing that I'm so mad about. It's actually what he sings. He sings about love, and he sings about getting together. He sings about you plus me, and we will be together, and I'll be happy. But they don't really, his songs never really expressed about what happens if that love ends. What happens if that love disappears, pretty much. Learning about love, songs about love, pretty much. You should ask anyone above, should I say, 25 to tell you about love. And the best source would be your parents. Your parents can tell you more about love than anyone else in the world, especially if they're still together. Because love is a complex thing, and you cannot just bring it out, put it in a song that has straight meanings, as in you don't need to think to understand his songs, in which not really a form of art. Excuse me, I had to belch. Rather, he should sing songs more towards about childhood or anything that's less sensitive. But then again, they're trying to sell him. So what sells? Love sells. And love is less than or equal to, dare I said it, sex. Sex sells as well. Moving on. If he's truly great, and this is my opinion and feelings, he would have all the people from all demographics, as in all age groups, all age groups pretty much, and everyone, the general population in the whole, have respect for his music rather than his image. Right now, people like him and respect him because of his image and also because of his age. He got rewarded of being a great new artist. Oh, he started out so young. Let's give him an award because he's being so successful. But apparently, in the Grammy this year, the judges, the critics, seen the light pretty much. More on that later, though, because I don't really know about that. But still, they didn't really go through much about his through his performance. And I can honestly say that the fangirls are too obsessed with him. As in, if you know a Justin Bieber fangirl, don't even press the berserk button or mention Justin Bieber, because if they know if you hate Justin Bieber, they will go, well, I don't want to say it. It's not pretty, and it's not nice either. I mean, they're too obsessed. His fans are obsessed with him. It's like there was one time when a mall is crowded with hundreds of thousands of people wanted to see him, and he had to cancel his performance because of the crowd. Well, that's sad actually, because if you have too many fans, then you need to please all of them. And I don't know if there are going to be a lot of people who's going to listen to this right now or going to listen to my subsequent stuff, but I'm going to say that show business sucks. Your life is pretty much over. You need to leave your private life behind because you need to handle other stuff, something bigger. It's a big responsibility to be an artist. That's why I think the more talented people behind his music, like the musician, the keyboardist, the backup dancers, actually have better life and good enough money to survive, because fame and fortune isn't everything, folks. I tell you right now. And you're gonna get people so obsessed that bad things happen to them, and you need extra security, and you need extra stuff. And I don't know if JB's gonna survive in college. At least if he's gonna have a roommate and such. And oh yeah, here's JB, and I don't know if people's gonna beat him up or not, because from the looks of it, from the current teenage population of male students, they seem to be passionately hate him. So, I mean, if you look at his face, I mean, you're gonna hit him. It's like, I feel sorry for Justin right now because of that. And lastly, before I end this, if you want to like him, fine. I don't like him, but you need to respect that. I don't like him and I have a reason. You need to respect that. And so far, nobody gave me that. It's like, oh, you like this genre of music, fine. I like this genre of music, fine. You need to respect that. Yeah, you need to respect my feelings about Justin as well. I don't like him, and he shouldn't be famous right now because of the things I've mentioned. But stop being so childish and so immature when it comes to people giving criticisms about him. Alright. Freedom of speech, people. And I support it because criticism is good. It gives people the knowledge and gives people a chance to understand more about the situation. And it can also be a tool in order to not suppress truth. Even if it's very, very controversial and such. Well, that's my podcast, everyone. I hope you enjoy it and actually see through the stuff I started. Sorry about that. And I once again apologize about all the mispronunciations or added words or Freudian slips that might occur in this video because I'm not editing it. I'm just gonna slap the intro and then just put overlay the audio for the rest of the video. So comments are welcome below, and I shall see you again on my next podcast. TheOz91 signing out. Bye bye.